I'm the Tez.
Welcome to the TezDown. Welcome.
I'm the Tez.
Mic check 1 2. Welcome. Welcome to the TezDown. Party time. Welcome to the TezDown. This is a very special episode on our guest appearance series. And I just want to let you guys know. You guys are going to find out a couple different things today. I'm going to find out some stuff today. And I think that our guest is pretty excited to be with us today. Why don't we introduce to the stage MamiBaggYo? If you can do me a favor and turn your phone sideways, it's a little bit better that way.
Me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, bet.
Yeah,
Easy
we
enough.
get the sideways cam. I don't know why it's doing that. It was working fine before.
I just likes to be difficult.
Yeah, it didn't. Oh, do you have the lock on?
Oh, I do. Yeah. Should I turn it off?
Yeah, turn the lock off and then turn it sideways. There you go.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there you go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's even better for me.
Nice to
Let's
meet
go.
you.
Hey, hi.
Well, I
so
guess it's
excited
nice
to
for
be
everyone
here.
else to meet you. I know you already. So, I got a question. I got a question for you right away.
Okay, let's go. Right off the bat, you got a question? Let's go. I'm ready to answer.
I see you with a 49ers jersey on.
That's my team, baby.
Okay, so tell me, why do you have a 49ers jersey on?
Because we're gonna win this Super Bowl. 2026 is ours. Just know.
Okay. So you've caused some controversy over the last couple of weeks, and you had a video go viral that we didn't realize was going to go viral. I'm going to play it for everybody right now.
All right, let's go.
We don't even have to try.
I got to make sure there's no music on there so they don't crack my ass. But as you can see, there's a couple different teams that you like.
There is. So I like the 49ers and I like the Bears. And so yes, I get negative feedback on this all the time because people say you can only have one favorite team, which I disagree. I think that it's like obviously you're always going to have like that team that's number one, but I think that a lot of people, whether they want to admit it or not, have like a second favorite team. And so for me, that's the Bears. I love the Bears and I love the Niners. Usually the Bears were never even a part of the conversation of the Super Bowl because
Let's face it, we sucked.
we suck. But now that Caleb Williams is bringing the team back up and, we've been doing so good. I mean, we went for like what? We had like 10 W's in a row, maybe 9.
Yeah, yeah.
So now that he's making the team like, better, I think like it's okay to be rooting for your own team, like where you live now, and to be rooting for the team like where you come from. I'm from California, so.
So I'm notorious for rooting for different teams, but I played for different teams. My dad played for the Niners, so it's a little bit, and the Bengals. So I'm all over the place. You know what I mean? I'm all over the place. One week you'll see me wearing a Bears jersey. Another one you'll see me wearing a Bucks jersey. Every once in a while I'll show up in that Patriots stuff. If you guys know, you know. If you know, you know. I'll show. Hey! Don't be hating on my Pats, man.
Not too much on the Patriots. All right,
Nah, don't be hating on my Pats.
As long as it's not the Packers.
What's Brock Purdy trying to get today? Oh, come some of these guys. Yeah. All right, yeah. So he might get his. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he might be one of the best in the league, to be honest.
With
Mr. Brock Purdy.
Oh, he is. What do you mean one of? He is the best. And he took some time off, and I feel like he came back and he's playing better than ever.
All right, yeah. So my friend that I do the Digitally Dreaming Off the Gridiron podcast with is a huge 49ers fan. And we did an episode with him just the other day. And he predicted that the NFC Championship game could be Chicago-San Francisco again.
Oh, that would be absolutely amazing. The last time that happened was what, 2000? I don't even know.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I think that wasn't even. I think it was just they were fighting for the spot
in the wild card. Super Bowl. In the wild card,
in 2012 when they were both like up there doing good, like
Colin Kaepernick.
Yes. Yup.
So if you guys don't know, don't mess with her during a Bears and 49ers game. Don't do it.
Look, I don't play about the Niners.
No, she don't. And just in case you guys think that I'm kidding, this is exactly what happens when you mess with her with the Bears Niners game. You were having too much fun.
How you feel, Bears? Not too good. Hey, you a Bears fan? How do you feel right now? Good. Not too good, huh? Okay, not too good right now.
She said not too good, huh?
You know what? The whole time, I felt like the whole bar was against me. Everyone was talking like smack to me. Everyone was like saying like, "Go Bears!" When the Niners would make a touchdown, they would boo. So I was like by myself, so I couldn't say much. But when the game was over, I had a lot to say. Okay, just know.
You held it in, didn't you?
I was holding it in the whole time. Well,
So
not really. There
They
was
meet in the playoffs. I got a
there was a
suggestion.
guy that kept like booing, so I started booing the Bears back when they started making. And then he tried to start this whole like "F the Niners," and like they tried to catch on for a little bit, but then I started screaming louder "F the Bears," and then
Were you the only Niners fan in
I
there?
was the only Niners fan in the whole place. So
So
imagine
I got a
that.
suggestion.
Yeah.
I would say that if you were going to do this again, let's say the Bears are facing the Niners in the playoffs, I would keep like maybe a Bears tank top on underneath, just in case.
I have the Purdy jersey, as you guys know, and then I have a Williams jersey. I know people are gonna judge me, they're gonna be like, what the hell? But yeah, I do. I have the Williams jersey and I have the Niners jersey. The Purdy jersey, it was like the last one, so I got it a size large. The other one I do have it in a smaller size, so maybe I can wear Williams underneath the Niners if
Just
we
in
go to
case.
the Super Bowl.
Yeah, just in case. Let it. That's how you let people know I'm happy either way.
Right. Either way, I'm a winner. No. No, actually, I end up getting salty anyway because a lot of people already know that I do parlays, so I bet on the game. So if even if like I'm a Niners fan and like let's say for some reason, well, no, actually I would never bet against the Niners, but if like for some reason like we won and or like say that I put money on a certain team, like I like the Bears, but if we like win and then my parlay doesn't hit, I'm not as happy as I would have been if my parlay hit. So like there's been I think a game where I bet against the Bears, but only because they were such a good team. And it didn't hit. Oh, it was the second time against the Packers. So I hate the
Oh, I
Packers.
remember. You were not
Yeah.
happy about that. You were super salty.
Yeah. So yeah, that was so again my parlays have so much to do with my emotions too. And I know it shouldn't be like that, but it is like that. And I don't want to hear it. That's why girls shouldn't be betting. I don't give a fuck. I got money, okay? So I don't want to hear it.
Okay, all right. So I mean, that
But
actually brings us to the next part of our show.
oh,
So I gotta
okay.
ask: have you ever been too excited to just meet a guy, like he asked you out and you're ready to go? Like it's not one of those times where like somebody asks you out
Ready
and
to
you're like,
go.
I don't know if I want to go. No, that was one of those times where, like you got all dolled up. You did, you beat that face.
Yeah,
You
okay.
know, you got
Yeah, one of
everything
those.
pushed up and tucked the way you want it. Got your hair laying down the way you want it, and then you got there, and it just it was a stinker. Let's just say that much. Have you ever had that happen to you?
I mean, yeah, I've been on dates where I felt like through texting and all that, it was like, it was a great like vibe, like it was like amazing. Or, even like through Snapchat or whatever, it was like a great vibe. And then when you meet in person, it's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
And like the vibes are just not there anymore. I know it happened one time with this guy. Like we liked how we liked how we looked. We liked like our the way that we looked just period. And he was a handsome guy. And he took me to my favorite restaurant. So when we went, it just the vibes were not there. Like it was like so little to talk about. Like, we talked about what we were gonna order. I didn't know this about him, but it turns out he was vegan. So I was like, oh, like, why is that? And he started telling me about his journey, which low key started getting boring. I was like, okay, I don't really care why you're vegan. You know what I mean? And then, like, I was just like, oh, yeah, like,
Do you
I
think
mean,
that if you would have had like more of a connection with him, that you probably would have cared a little bit more about his journey?
no.
No, not at all.
I mean, like, I asked, so obviously I wanted to know, like, a short, brief, like, rundown of why, but I don't want to sit there and talk about why you're vegan for 40 minutes.
Oh, it was 40 minutes long?
Type shit, you know what I mean? Like, and then it was like, I would like try to change the subject or something. And then he would just like, I feel like he was trying to push it on me. Not even like push it on me, but trying to like make me because I just, it was like he would bring up a point, but then I would bring up a point too. So it kind of turned into like, oh, like, and then I feel like then he just got like obsessed with like making me realize like, oh, being vegan is amazing. And then I was not even, I didn't even care no more. I was just like, oh my gosh. I literally was just, you
So
know,
he told you that being vegan was amazing for 40 minutes. Okay.
yeah.
That's different.
I mean, it was like, so, okay. So he said like, oh yeah, I'm vegan because, it's helped like a lot with his gym journey or whatever. Right.
Yeah.
And I just like, I brought up carbs and I like, this is a debatable thing and it wasn't a big deal to me. I don't care. Like, I'm not going to try to push like eating meat on anybody either. But it's kind of like to me, I just brought up the carbs. I was like, but doesn't that like kind of slow you down in the gym too? Because I'm assuming all you can eat is pretty much like carbs, or I know that there's probably like alternatives out there. But I was like, doesn't that like slow you down too because you're eating like just more carbs than anything? Well, no, not technically. There's still ways to get in your protein. I was like, the main way to get protein in is like eating your steak or chicken. Well, no, there's like a bunch of other ways. Like, that's what I mean. If you don't like start your vegan journey, there's so much that you don't know. Like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, like, boy, I drink like alcohol. I like,
So here's the question. Did this one person ruin vegans for you forever?
no, I love my vegans. I think, you know what? Props to them. They're like God's real soldiers because I could never do it.
So I got a bad date story too.
Okay, let's
And
hear it.
we ran this towards the end of my show. It went a little long the other day, but I'm gonna replay this. I'll play it at 1.5 speed. You let me know what you think about this. Feel free to stop me at any time.
Okay.
So for everyone that didn't catch it on the Price of Fame episode, the question that was asked was, have I ever had a bad date? Please. All right. I have been on a bad date. I'll tell you guys how this date went, and you guys can give me whatever feedback you want about it. So there's a girl that I had met one time. I thought she was gorgeous. And it back in this part of my life, I tolerated this type of behavior. I would message back and forth, she would message, so the Snapchat was new. So we get on Snapchat, we'd snap back and forth. And let me tell you, she finally agreed to go out with me one day. And I was super happy. I'm like, okay, I got to go to work tonight, but I got plenty of time to take her on a breakfast date. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking to myself, if I take her on a breakfast date, then she's gonna know that I'm not trying to just sleep with her. I'm trying to spend time with her. We're gonna go to a nice restaurant,
Fuck it.
Let me tell you guys. So I drove all the way a couple towns over to go pick her up. After I picked her up, I realized that she lived in probably the worst area of that town. And so I'm like, well, we're not gonna eat out here. I drove all the way back to where I was living at, and took her to this restaurant. She's, oh my God, maybe I didn't dress good enough to be up in here. And I'm like, no, it's cool. They know who I am in here. One of the waitresses walked up. Hey, Cortez, how you doing today? Who's this pretty lady? All that cool stuff that they do to get extra tips. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, oh yeah, she's all right. It's a date. We're having a good time. So the girl gets up mid conversation and goes in the bathroom. Doesn't come back for 20 minutes. Now I'm just waiting to order food at this point. I could have ordered already. So I sit down, and so the lady comes back when she sees her after she grabs her food, after she grabs the menu, whatever. And she starts ordering. This girl's ordering 1 thing, 2 things, 3 things. And then on top of the 1, 2, and 3 things she ordered the most expensive thing they had on the menu. It was like $75 steaks. You know what I'm saying? For breakfast. And so for breakfast. All right. Now, me today, this version of me, I would have been like, you splitting that. I'm not dealing with that. But no, back then I wanted that girl's affection. I did. I wanted her affection so bad. I wanted to treat her good. I wanted to make sure that she was feeling real good. What's the topic? The topic is, have you ever been on a bad date? Welcome to the I'm terrified women.
Oh my god.
I'm telling about a really old story about me going on a first date with somebody. And so this girl orders the most expensive things on this menu. We're talking about she got expensive champagne mimosas. We're talking about she got expensive.
The mimosas are valid. The mimosas are valid.
She got like 3-4 items. All I want is my skillet that I always get. So the waitress looked at me and says, "You want the regular?" Yeah, I want the regular. That's all I want. I'm good. Let me get a Dr. Pepper with this. So I'm sitting here with mine that's maybe $25, and she's already racked up probably $80 worth of food so far, $90 worth of food so far. Here's the funny thing about this. She gets up to go to the bathroom again immediately after she finishes ordering. We're talking about this is 2 bathroom trips already. All we did was sit down at the restaurant. She hasn't even taken a sip of her mimosa or her coffee that she ordered.
She on that powder.
Comes back 20 minutes later. So I'm just sitting there, my hands like this, trying to be attentive, off my phone, all the things that you could possibly be doing to make sure that your date's got your attention. I dressed up pretty decently nice. I didn't overdo it, but I was nice and clean and smooth and pressed and everything. I had on my nice hat that day. Made sure I took my hat off so she could see how nice my hair was.
What's up, Kay? What's up,
lined up, everything that I do at the time. So she comes back and she immediately opens her food up when it finally gets here. We had a little bit of conversation, but she starts tearing into this steak. And I'm like, girl, when's the last time you ate? Oh, I just haven't eaten for a couple of days. I just been out drinking and partying. Wait, you went out drinking last night? We had this date planned for 2 days. And you went out drinking, going crazy last night, which means you probably just woke up after only being asleep for a couple of hours. So I'm starting to get a feeling here that something is wrong with this girl, right?
Hey, but she's still pretty. You said she was still
we
pretty.
have a little bit of conversation. She's taking pictures of her food. She's doing all this. She's doing more for the gram than she is to communicate with me. And I'm like, okay, now, she's a lot less pretty now than she was, 45 minutes ago. That's the first thing that I'm thinking. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna let this go on. She takes a couple more bites of her food. She gets up and goes to the bathroom again. This is bathroom visit number 3.
This girl's throwing up in the
in less than
bathroom.
an hour, she's gotten up 3 times to go to the bathroom. We're not talking about, she's not drinking anything. She just started.
It's funny. It's funny to me that like you already have started to catch on to what she's doing.
Y'all, I've been telling y'all all the time, women know what other women are doing. Do not be confused. All you got to do is ask another woman and let her talk. That's all you got to do. Give her a mic, give her a camera, let her talk. She gonna tell. She gonna tell
you what's going on in that bathroom.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Tearing into her food. 3 bathroom breaks, but we're talking about not 5-minute breaks. We're not just letting out a leak. She's in there for 20 minutes again. So mind you, a whole hour of us being at this restaurant, she's been in the bathroom now at this point. She has spent more time in the bathroom than she has spent hanging out with me on this date. And let me tell you, this was not a situation that wasn't a date. This was named a date. This was named a date. So let me tell you. So I get the bill back. Me, not being a broke brother, I'm just like, you know what? Charge it to the game. And she says to me, hey, I'm not really ready to go back home. Do you want to go back to your house and watch a movie?
Aw.
And so the young brother in me is like, you want to go back to my house and watch a movie?
Netflix and chill, baby.
Yeah, you go back to my house and watch a movie. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, come on. Let me grab these bags for you.
It's not even noon yet.
I only live 5 minutes away from the spot, so I know we're gonna get there quick. I'm ready. Oh yeah, she still look good, even if she's looking a little bit less good than what she was looking before.
Yeah,
good. Yeah. So I take her back to the house. She starts playing with my dogs. We're having a good time. We're watching TV. She's like, I gotta go to the bathroom again. She goes to the bathroom. She's in there for 30 minutes.
Bruh.
Now the bathroom is not too far away from, everything else in my house. I can hear what's going on in there. All I hear is all of this. And I'm like, dang, she throwing up all that food. Now, mind you, most of the food that she ordered is still here. She didn't touch it. She goes to the bathroom and I'm knocking on the door. I'm like, hey girl, are you okay? I'm doing my best to not say this girl's name, y'all. So I'm like, hey girl, is you okay? Like, is there anything I can do for you? Like, you sound like you're dying. Yeah, I'm okay. Just, I'm gonna clean my bathroom up, man. I know she made a mess in here. This drunk ass girl. Yeah, okay. All right. She opens the door. She's wiping her face off. I'm like, hey, you want to take a shower or something? No, I'm okay. I'm okay. So she sits down on the couch. Mind you,
you want to take a shower?
Point, I got somebody in my house. Ain't nothing about to happen. I know there ain't nothing about to happen.
because I'm definitely not kissing that mouth. She didn't brush her teeth or nothing. She didn't gargle with the mouthwash that was sitting. I'm like, I told her straight up, I got mouthwash or something. You want some mouthwash? Yeah, I'm okay. Like, you.
I know, baby. I would have been like, yeah.
15 minutes go by of us trying to watch this movie, and then she rolls over, screaming, "Ah, oh my God." I'm like, hey, are you okay? I don't know what's wrong with me right now. Like, I just feel terrible. Like, oh my God. And she throws up again. I got to clean that up now. I put my dog in the kitchen, close the gate up so the dog couldn't get out. And I'm like, all right, cool. All right, whatever. Let me just go ahead and handle this real quick. I'm like, hey, I'm taking you to the hospital. She, all right, yeah, thank you. Thank you. I really need to go to the hospital. I grabbed her food. So definitely wasn't about to leave all of that in there because if it was the food that made her sick, I don't want to eat it. But I grabbed her food and it was expensive anyway. So she's going to take this. And I take her to the hospital. And then while I'm at the hospital, she grabs my arm with a death grip and she goes, please don't leave me. I'm all alone.
Ma'am, what?
And I'm like, all right, okay, all right, we doing this. Okay, we doing this. We got this. Yeah, we got this. You know, she's still cute, even though she's sick as hell right now. Don't even know why she came outside today. Don't know what's wrong with her or nothing. It's cool. I grabbed her and I put her in the wheelchair and we pushed her all the way up to the front. And she's screaming and she hurting and she being rude to the nurses. And I'm just being my calm self. I'm just being my calm self.
Trying to play it cool.
The nurses started ignoring her. Hey, nurse, I don't know. We were at breakfast. We're on a date. And then, you know, she started wrenching over in pain. And I don't know what's going on. And they're like, oh, you must be used to this. And I'm like, I'm definitely not used to this. And they're like, well, you know what? You know, because I walked over there after she got pulled to the back and in the hallway. You know, some hospitals put you in the hallway in the bed first. It's just how it is. In some hospitals, it was overcrowded at the time. And, you know, I grabbed her some some warm blankets because she was talking about how cold she was. And so when I go back there to get the second blankets, the nurses just go, you are so patient. You are such a good boyfriend. I hope she knows she's lucky to have you. And I looked at the nurses right in the face and I said, boyfriend? I said, I just met her. This is our first date. And they were like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, this is our first date. They're like, dude, you're just like handling all this stuff for her while she's losing her mind in there from pain. And I'm just like, look, if I'm on a date with somebody, whatever happens, happens. And they're just like, look, that is the sweetest thing ever. I hope she knows how nice and how wonderful that you are, and that you could put your own needs on hold to take care of her and all this. I'm just like, thank y'all. So I walk back over there, I put the blankets on her, and she's still going crazy. And then like, you know, I have to help her get dressed because she can't dress herself, and like her boob falls out. It's a nice boob, but it falls out. And she's just like, oh my God, I didn't intend for you to see me like this. And I'm thinking to myself, you mean naked? Or are you talking about like, you know, in pain like this? Because, you know, both of those kind of need clarity and answers at this point in my life. But I let it go, right? So the doctor comes in and she's yelling at the doctor, and the doctor starts talking to me, sir, your wife. And I'm like, whoa. This is not my wife. This is not even my girlfriend. This is our first date. Our first date just happened to end up in the emergency room in the hospital. And so they start reading stuff back, and the doctor starts telling her, didn't I tell you about this before? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you told her about this before? Girl, you knew you had gastrointestinal issues, and you still out here going crazy? You still out here going crazy. When I say I'm helping her, she got stuff coming out of both ends at this point, y'all. And I'm sitting there helping. I am disgusted. I am mad. I've spent so much money already. I'm spending all my time on my one day off that I had. I wasn't trying to deal with that. So, but you know what? I stayed there anyway. I made sure they put her in the right room, and then I left her food there. I said, I know hospital food is not good. Thank you so much. Like, I can't wait so we can get a better date than this. Like, I'm so sorry, and you were so great, and blah, 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 blah. And I walk out of there, and I get in the car. And the first thing that I told myself was, I'm never going to see this girl again, even if I want to. I bet. Let me tell y'all, it's been over 10 years, well over 10 years at this point, and I have never seen that girl again. Never seen her again. Not even once. Now, mind you, every once in a while, she tries to re-add me and pop up on social media, but it's never like, hey, I'm sorry for what happened, and you were great to me, or any of those things. It's always just, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You see what I'm doing?
Staying away from you.
The moral of the story is, when you have a really, really bad first date like that, just move on. Just move on.
Facts.
No, I've never had nothing that crazy. Like, don't get me wrong.
It was nuts.
That's insane. No, see,
nuts.
right? I feel like I have like I can sense if a date. Well, for one, W man for staying that long. Okay, that's already like, I don't know if it was a security guard in you protecting the public type shit, but you're a W man for that. Because boy, the second that she went to the bathroom the second time, I would have told the waitress, like, let me get that bill and gotten the fuck out of there. I don't play that shit. Like, if you're already giving me sketchy vibes, like, I feel like I'm just already kind of like traumatized. I have PTSD and shit because of my ex-boyfriend. Like, boy, I am not the first 2 red flags I see, I'm either Uber, I'm out of there. Like you won't ever see me again type shit, you know?
Yes,
And
yes, I do. Yeah, so when I worked the bars, I used to work the bars and the clubs,
oh, okay.
and
Chicago?
yeah, all over Chicago, all over. And let me tell you a couple things about, especially during the pandemic, is when I really started. I was starting to get older, and I realized that I wasn't going to make it back to anybody's team on the NFL. And I'm like, I'm not making it back to anywhere. I'm getting too old at this point.
Right.
I started, doing jobs. And so I had got a job with a department, and then I got another job, and then I started working, moonlighting at night for bars and clubs. And I'm like, okay, this is not too bad. I'm making extra money. I ain't got to do nothing but stand around and watch people. There's hardly ever any fights, you know. But here's the thing: I started getting hit on, and every week it was a new chick trying to hit on me, or sometimes the same chick who just doesn't remember my name, no matter how many times she's met me. And I was just like, okay, well, this is fine, right? But sometimes,
This is fine.
yeah, sometimes I would get hit on by somebody that I really did not want hitting on me. And it was
I can see that.
it's unwanted advancement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I know, and you have multiple careers.
I know that's right.
You're somebody who's gone all over the place, done a lot of different things, and you have multiple careers. One minute you might be in the office, the next minute you might be pouring somebody a shot.
Yep.
Do you feel like there's a huge difference between the way that people approach you? And here's a better question: if someone was to approach you at work, any job that you may have, how would you be approachable? Like, and here's the thing: you have, and I always say this: if you're a single woman and you are available and you look available, you're going to get approached by men. If
Yeah.
you're not a single woman and you look available, you're going to get approached by men. If
Yeah.
you're not a single woman, you're wearing your wedding ring, you got one kid with you, and you're probably still going to get approached by men. It's just how it is. Is
Agreed.
there a right way to do this?
Yeah, of course there is. So, I mean, I feel like for one, it does kind of like the woman should never. I hate the girls that like, we're dressed like mini skirt and like tank top and and then somebody hits on us and they get like all offended. I feel like it can go like either way. So I feel like the man should always read the room. If she kind of seems like one of those, even though she's wearing like cute clothes or whatever, and she's just kind of like ignoring everyone and shit, like don't try to make that like that move. Just wait. But I feel like, the right way to go about it is just basically just introduce yourself. And then, so number one, introduce yourself. Don't be like weird, like say like, oh, damn, you look sexy as well. Because right away, that will kill it. I feel like no woman wants a man going up to them just thirsty as hell talking about, you look sexy or whatever, anything like that. Or like right away, just go up to her, introduce yourself. Second thing you want to do, and this is key, like if you miss this, you're not gonna get to the next one. But right away offer like, can I buy you a drink? Or like, what are you drinking? Something to that like nature, Don't like just try to start conversation like, oh hey, I'm like, I'm mommy bag. And I'm from here, like you want to like hang out later, because right away that's a no, right? That's already like, bro, no, I'm not trying to stay here and like have a long ass conversation with you. I don't even know you. I don't care about nothing that you're talking about. So I feel like you say, okay, let me buy you a drink, and that's already buying you time to keep talking. Don't be weird, and then just be like, like right away ask for their social medias, especially if she's with friends, because you don't want to be like all up on her in front of her friends, because if it's a girl night thing and you're like being too pushy, like turn off. So you gotta like kind of read the room, but ask for the socials, and then be like, oh, maybe we can meet up after here if she's with her friends. If she's not with her friends, then get to talking, get to spitting game.
So, guys, I'm gonna give you guys a heads up here. We're gonna do our little pandering to the crowd. Hey, if you're really serious about that girl, cash up her $500 right now.
Hey, I know that's right. That's a real king right there. It ain't tricking if you got it.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes. So, okay. So the path to success is basically reading the room and seeing how you respond.
Yep.
So here's
Being
another question.
respectful.
What if you like the guy from the way he looks and like, your girlfriends are blocking a little bit? What do you do in that situation?
Well, right away, I mean, I feel like if you're a girl and you're digging him, you have to go tell your girl, like, okay, I'm gonna talk to him for a second. Like, I'll catch you guys in a little bit.
Okay.
And
Makes
kind of
sense.
like, just let him know your socials. If he's like consistent, he wants to talk to you, then it's like, give it a shot, girl. Why not? But if not,
So
then on to the next. Just kidding.
okay. So I'm gonna save some questions because I want to have you back on the show. But
Okay, yeah.
I got something else for you that I think is pretty funny.
What is it?
So can you tell us about your journey? Tell us about your journey. And what I mean by that is tell us about this.
Can you guys stop asking if I got deported? It's obvious I did.
Oh my goodness. That is a long story. That's definitely going to have to be for another meet. So I will definitely come back and tell that story for you guys. For sure.
Okay, so we got a question from the chat since it's time for chat Q&A. She said, "Have you ever double backed on a guy once your friends went around?"
No, I have never done that. Unless not knowingly at least. I have never like talked to a guy, even though I have had some of my friends tell me like, oh, like that's my ex. And then but I am not that type of girl. I'm a girl's girl. So if my friend hits me up and she's like, oh, that's like my ex, whatever, boom, conversation ended, like not responding no more.
So
Won't
so
delete them, but I'll never talk to them again.
would you miss out on a good man because your friend dated him and what if she did him so bogus?
Then that's even worse. I'm probably gonna do him even more bogus. That's even worse because why the fuck you let my friend hurt you, loser? I'm not about to date that.
So yeah, he let her hurt him.
Yeah, and it's like, and now I don't want that. I don't want your hurt ass. Tell her to take you back.
What if he ain't hurt? What if he just, took it on the chin and kept it moving?
It don't matter. You took one to the chin, loser. Go talk to her.
Or just say, hey, you better than your friend is.
I'm a Latina, so I feel like my jealousy issues just could never, bro.
Y'all be
Especially
hitting
if it's
people with
like my
frying pans.
friend. You know what I mean? If it's my friend and then she says some shit like, "Oh yeah, I remember when he used," I'm like, boy, hell no, that's just not gonna work out. I promise you.
Is there a
We gonna
time limit on
fight,
it?
huh?
Is there a time limit on it?
On, I guess so. I guess there is. It's like
So
from a long, like I want
how
to
many
say
years?
10 years.
So if it's been more than 10 years, he could shoot his shot.
You can shoot a shot. We'll see. You would have to be a real outstanding guy because, like I said, I'm not trying to be played like a loser. Like, oh, like I don't want my friends like hand me downs type shit.
Yeah.
But you know,
Right. And
we'll see.
it's probably somebody you weren't hanging out with either.
Yeah,
Like you're
exactly.
not hanging out with him. You didn't know they even dated. Like you find out
Exactly.
maybe like he mentions it in conversation. Hey guys, y'all need to stop doing that, by the way. But yeah, he mentions it in conversation with you. Hey, I know your friend. Let's just say Mimi, whoever the fuck that is. Yeah, I know Mimi. And then you say, Mimi,
My
how long
friend?
did you date Mimi?
Yeah. And
Mimi,
then it's over. Now
yeah,
I don't want you.
you don't want him because you don't want her sloppy seconds. You know Mimi a dirty
Exactly.
chick, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, you don't want that dirty stuff. No, no,
Nah,
not at
hell
all. Yeah.
no.
He got
Gotta keep
Mimi
it
stink
cute.
all
Gotta
over
keep
him.
it fresh. Gotta keep it clean. Just know.
So he got another question. Would you lose a friend to secure love?
Hell no. No, I'm just kidding. No, you know what? I love my friends and I feel like I keep my friends for a long time. I feel like it's really like on the love of my life to make it work for me. And I feel like my friends they're gonna be there for me when we're fighting. So it's like I would never expect the guy to make me choose between the two.
Okay, that's a good answer. So I got one more question before I run our promos and decide when we're bringing you back.
Okay,
So this is going to be a tough one for you. Okay, I got one tough question of the day.
let's go. I'm ready.
At what point do you decide that you no longer want to be independent and that you want to submit to a man?
Okay, that is a hard question. So I really like the way you phrased it though, because it's like kind of when I decide. I like that you put that in there because it would be kind of like when I decide. I would have to see like the man that I'm gonna be submissive to is gonna be able to even take control. Because you don't want like someone who like you barely know and he's saying he has it and he needs this and that from you, and then turns out like that they were all cap, and now you've got to be independent but also like have now like that extra like hurt or whatever, whatever may come with it. So it would kind of have to be just, I would have to see consistency, financial stability, and just like respect and love and commitment.
Okay. So last night on our women's queens panel, you were a little bit busy, but last
I
night on our
know, I'm
women,
sorry.
it's all good. Last night on our women's queens panel, I introduced what I believe is a code that's been cracked, and the term of submission. So if you are a single person, a single mother, you're a sole provider, one of any of those situations where you run your household, I would hazard a guess that it'd be very difficult to give up control of that, especially the longer that you do it for. Like,
Yeah.
'cause ain't nobody paying your bills but you. You gotta work. You gotta up that money. The kids say they want something, it's up to you. The animals want something, it's up to you. You cut the grass, you take the job, you wash the floors, you do all the laundry, and then you go to work and make all that money. And then you come back to the kid that's complaining about not having Voltron in their room. So you go and you get Voltron. So what I said was that the single mother, the longer that she's single, becomes the leader permanently.
Yeah, absolutely.
She becomes the leader in every relationship. She becomes the leader in the home. She is the default, the arbiter of decisions. And
I think for one, wait, let me say that I think every man needs a leader. I don't think men, no matter how mature they are, I think every man needs like a mature, like, I don't want to say a mature woman, but like they need that like mother role in their life. Because yeah, they can go and get it, but I feel like they also need like someone to help them, and like they're gonna be like the main like leader like when it comes to certain things. But I feel like in a household or in a home, there should always be a woman leading in the home. The man can lead like outside of the home.
so you're saying, so that's the first time that someone has brought that concept up on any of our channels. So you're saying that the woman is the inside the house leader, the
Yeah.
man is the outside the house leader. Can you care
Yep.
to expound on that?
Yeah. So I mean, like the man, like when we go out, obviously he's the one who needs to like lead, like where are we going? Like what are we gonna do? But I think inside the home, every man needs like, and it's not again, it's not a mother, but they need that leadership role from the woman that they're with to make it a home. Otherwise, it's just a man in a house. But once they get
Mm.
that woman in there and they have that like guidance from a woman, like, oh, let's decorate. What This is what we're gonna have for dinner. This is gonna be like our everyday routines. Like I feel like men need that because for them, they're just kind of like, if you tell them to go do something, they'll do it, but you have to tell them, like, you know what
So
I
I
mean? And
think
maybe,
I think what you're describing is being a homemaker.
yeah. And again, that's a leadership role within the house.
So homemaker is the matriarchal role, is what you're saying.
I think, yeah, I think the women inside the home, they should be the leaders. It should never be up to the man to kind of like lead the home, because I should be able to like come to my man and tell him like this is what needs to be done around the house, and then the man should do it.
Okay.
And then outside the house, that's different. Like, obviously he's the one who's gonna take care of like the bills, going to work, wherever we go to dinner, whatever, all that. That's up to him. But I feel like with inside the home, the woman should always lead.
Okay, so I got a question here. So let's
Okay.
say that is the dynamic of your relationship. You are the homemaker, you are the queen in the castle. He may be the king in the castle, but you are the queen in the castle. And
Yep.
everyone knows that you have to please the queen in the castle, right? Right?
Yep.
Okay. So what happens when the king decides that what the queen said isn't going to happen?
Then I gotta fight about it.
I mean, you can't fight with Latinas. Y'all stab. So
Well, I mean, you know what? That you have to. Sometimes it's okay to have fights. Like, I'm not saying like don't push it to it, don't be like abusive, like don't physically fight, but I'm saying have like a conversation about it. Like bring up arguments, bring up points, things that make you comfortable, things that make you uncomfortable, and then just kind of like hash it out that way. And then give it a break, go to sleep, wake up the next day, and hopefully you guys can come to like an agreement.
Okay. So mind you, this code is getting we thought we cracked it, but I think that she just added a fourth level to the conversation, which means that we're gonna need to have her back on the show, possibly on Conversation with Soft Rain, or maybe next month's Queen Codes. I mean, you guys might have her right back here on the TezDown. But we got some questions. If you guys have a question for Mommy Bag before we get up out of here today, we got like 5 minutes left. You guys give us a question. We're gonna give her a chance to answer it. What we got going so far? We got Soul said, hey, that's the one we just did. Yeah, he said, would you like to lose a friend and secure love? He said, Tez, good pickup, great vibe. Hey, they like it.
Oh, yay. Thank you.
Oh, he said, never mind. He changed his mind.
Oh, no.
Conversation with Soft Rain, she says, so he has to earn submission.
I mean, everything in life is about earning, right? Like, you know, I want to also like kind of like go back and say like you don't have to earn like submission, but you have to earn her trust, right?
Okay.
And it's like that's all a part of a package deal. It's like submission's gonna come with trust because I trust you enough to be submissive towards you.
So he said 15 minutes a day does not give time for debate. So if he's only home for 15 minutes while he's awake. Yeah.
Well, then there you go. Then there's not going to be no problems inside the home because she's going to, she already got it. You're only there for 15 minutes.
You can answer this or you can choose not to. It's up to you.
I'm going to pass on that one.
Okay, we'll pass on that one. So what we have going on, and I would hope that you would be our esteemed guest.
Yeah.
For February 13th at Darien at Q Bar.
Okay.
As you are well aware, we have some shows that we have planned that are going to be live and in person. So I don't know if you have a date. If you don't have a date, bring some of your wonderful friends who I've gotten to meet. And I think after like the 5th or 6th time of meeting some of y'all actually remembered who I was. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. It was my fault for coming at the wrong time. I came at the wrong time every time that I did meet you guys. You know?
I have short-term memory loss and I be drinking.
It's funny. Are you sure you're the same person? Like you're wearing, I'll never forget that. Are you sure you're the same person? You're wearing the same hat, but what is up with these clothes?
I know. You guys, I have PTSD with the cops. I told y'all he looked like a cop. I was scared.
So here we go. Here's a nice little, we got 2 of these.
Classic. You got that glow. And one thing they hate worse than you having that glow is when you know you got that glow. They don't like that. They don't like that at all. So give them a reason to keep hating on it. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, oil farming, home up in rank. Step in the room, they paid away. I get treated like a milli tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't. Envious, cause they really ain't. I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you could take to the bank. That's a parlay you could take to the bank. Know some people I love, put some smut on my name. Real life, I'ma still love them the same. I'ma love them from
Oh, Najee, Mommy Bag, jamming out the classic. So that artist, that music is from the artist who's going to be headlining, I should say, the concert portion of the show. He's also a panelist and a member of the Raw Society Coalition. That's our own Classic Codes. So you may be getting interviewed by him at some point.
Set me free.
All right, bad.
You bet it won't be nobody next to me. Cause I'm watching the people I'm loving the closest way more than the people I don't. Cause the people that hurt me the most in this life be the people that's locked in my phone. They made a mistake, I gave them some grace. I make a mistake and they won't do the same. People be dishing out what they can't take and they take what they cannot get back to the game. I'm unforgiving cause I'm unforgetting. I harbor resentment. I know what you did. Set me free.
You guys make sure that you get your early bird tickets. I do not want anybody to have to pay extra money because they didn't get their early bird tickets. You know, I would hope that like I said, this is supposed to be a nice fun time out. February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, so you can do something nice on 2 days with your boo if you're lucky enough to get days off. You know what I'm saying? Here is the coalition. As you guys can see, we have the Raw Society Coalition. Subscribe to these channels. The Raw Society Coalition, the Classic Codes, Souls of Thought, Souls Been in the Building, Uncle Plug TV, Conversations with Soft Rain, and myself, the TezDown. You guys have been on the TezDown this entire time. You are being requested to be a panelist on No Middleman podcast with Souls of Thought, Conversations with Soft Rain, Uncle Plug TV. So I will give you their emails, and then you can shoot over an email to them.
Okay.
And if you guys were speaking with, this is the best part right here. How do they find you?
Let's go. Okay, so you guys can contact me on TikTok. My TikTok is Mexican_mommy6. I think that's right. My username is MamiBaggYo, so you can find me like that too. I think maybe just the name, it might be just MamiBag. Oh, thank you, Tez, for pulling that up.
No problem.
But yeah, it's Mexican_mommy6. And then my Snapchat, which is the only other thing I have, is
no Snapchats on here.
Okay.
Nope.
Period.
They can find
No
you on
Snapchats.
TikTok.
Just TikTok. That's all I
they can find
got.
you on
But
TikTok or Instagram, which is also MamiBaggYo.
yes, MamiBagG_yo. Yep.
Yes.
So you guys can find me on TikTok or Instagram. Just know.
Yeah, YouTube is funny. You don't want to be putting your TikTok on YouTube. I mean, your Snapchat on YouTube. Nope.
No, you're right. You're right.
You'll get blown up all night. What's up,
Okay,
Roxy?
bet.
Roxy in the building. How you doing, Roxy? Roxy was a
Hi,
member of the
Roxy.
panel last night. So
Hi.
if you want to go out and check out the Raw Society Coalition, you can see everything about with Roxy and the Conversation with Soft Rain, and Classic was on there. The Queen's Codes was all last night. Go on there and check that out so you can see what you'd be being a part of as part of the Queen's panel. But they want to have you on Souls of Thought first. What's up, Miles? How you doing? Miles is in there.
Hi, Miles.
So thank you for coming on today. I really do appreciate you coming in here and giving your testimonials, and would hope to have you back on the show and on some of the other channels. I think you'd be great for the podcast spaces.
Yeah, of course. I was happy to be
questions.
here. Thank you for inviting me, Tez. I really appreciate this.
No problem. We got some questions that we didn't necessarily get to today, but you know what? Lord willing, it's a long life to live, and we got a whole lot of content to make. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go. This is just the beginning.
So you guys make sure that you follow MamiBag at MamiBaggYo on Instagram and Mexican Mommy6 on TikTok. I'm sure she will get the follow backs from the coalition, and I hope to see you on other coalition shows as well as the coalition channel. Thank you for being a member of the TezDown. Go Bears and
go Niners.
Go Niners.
Hey.
Okay, go both. Go Chargers too while we're at it. Go Patriots. It's going to be a rough football season for me, man. I'm going to be watching football all day because my teams just happen to be good this time, and I'm happy about that. So
let's go.
Without
Thank
further
you so
ado,
much, Tez. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Have a good one.
I'm Tez. I'm 24. I saw y'all 24 ago. You guys are going to see me in another 24. This is the TezDown, and we just ran it all down everybody's throats. Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye and good night.
Finally, Tez. Finally, Tez.
Welcome to the TezDown. Welcome.
Finally, Tez.
Mic check 1 2. Welcome. Welcome to the TezDown. Party time.